Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are in the middle of the Alps. Yeah, that's where we are, and we are just flying in our Cessna 172, but we're actually approaching an airport, and that is the airport that we're going to talk about today. It's down there, and as you can see, this is not a long runway, which is why we're here. This down here is Lima Sierra Zulu Echo, also called Bad Ragas with a English pronunciation, which is very wrong, but I just did it anyway because why not? And yeah, let's try on landing our Cessna here. This actually can be quite an issue, even with our Cessna. Let's find out. Alright, we're looking good. This is definitely not a long runway. This is going to be a very short landing. Oh, that was not a smooth landing, but this is actually pretty much required here at the airport in order to stop properly, which we have. That was actually pretty nice, huh? We still have a little bit of the runway left. All right, I was a little scared actually. Now, yes, this runway is really only around 400 meters long, which is like 900 feet, or in other words, nothing pretty much. Oh wow, that was technically a pretty good landing. It was not very smooth, but it was quite a handbook landing, wasn't it? So that was fine enough. A plane that I wouldn't fly here actually is the plane that I fly in real life, and that is the Cirrus SR20. I always like to go for runways of at least over a kilometer long, just to have that little bit of safety. But let's not care about that. Let's actually try a Cirrus that I don't fly, the Cirrus Vision Jet, because, you know, we gotta try something new. I normally do fly the Cirrus SR20, which is like the non-jet version of this plane. Let's just go ahead and try landing this plane here as well. Or maybe I think even a takeoff would be more interesting. Alrighty. Let's just go for even a static takeoff. I think that'll help a little bit, which means that I'll release the brakes after having the engine run at full power. Yeah, this was a very interesting plane actually. Something about this plane though is that it's quite, you know, underpowered. At least that's what some people say. The engine isn't necessarily, well, powerful, but it did help us accelerate enough for this takeoff. Actually, this worked out quite well, did it not? So we can move on to a bigger plane. Yeah, I think a Swiss plane will do very well here. How about the PC6? Yeah, the PC6 built by Pilatus, which by the way is a Swiss aircraft manufacturer, is often used at short runways and not even paved runways, but like grass in the middle of nowhere in the bush on some random bush airfields, pretty much all around the world, but is obviously used in Switzerland as well, probably at this airport too. Well, something that's special about this plane is that it obviously is a turboprop, which helps this plane stop even faster, because that has reverse thrust, which a normal propeller plane does not have, like a Cessna. But this is a very nice plane. Let's see if it's nice enough for Bad Ragas. You know, Bad Ragas could actually be some kind of villain in some kind of cartoon or something. That is actually a pretty cool name. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this plane landed. This is actually quite a narrow runway as well, so bigger planes will definitely not even fit on it, which is very interesting. Alright, these trees here I'm not very comfortable with either. Oh, that was a little bit too much. Alright. Oh, goddammit. Now, as you can see, this plane obviously is a tail dragger, which means that this can actually happen quite easily. I went a little hard on the brakes and on the reverse thrust, which made the plane actually flip over. That's just something that actually can happen quite easily. But, I mean, we stopped, so we can move on, right? Maybe to another turboprop that is very famous, Twin Otter, of course. You know, we gotta get our daily dose of Twin Otter. Just like the PC6, this is a plane that can fly pretty much anywhere. This is a VTOL plane as well. It's also used all around the world at very interesting places. Let's see if this Canadian-built plane can actually land here as well. I'm very much sure it can. Yeah, this plane will handle pretty much any runway that you throw at it. It doesn't even care, so no worries about that. Let's go ahead. Oh my god, that was a very bad landing. There we go. That was probably one of the quickest stops I have had in a while. Let's check that out. Oh my god. But there we go, that was a quick stop at least. Yeah, I applied the reverse thrust in mid-air, which made this plane stop very quickly, but also made this plane have a very, very bad landing. Now let's actually move on. Maybe for the sake of it, another Pilatus. How about the PC24? This is quite a new jet, and that one is actually built also to fly at a lot of places, and especially a lot of runways, and a lot of types of runways. This plane, it doesn't need an asphalt runway, unlike other jets. You can fly this plane on grass, or gravel, or sand as well, and even snow. Let's see if it can also handle a short runway. Alright, welcome on board. This is gonna be a pretty interesting landing. Oh. Come on. Please don't disappoint me now. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, this is actually looking pretty good. All right. On the landing, we were a lot faster than all the other airplanes, pretty much. That was hardcore. I applied reverse thrusters in mid-air, pretty much on final approach already. That helped us stop quite a bit. This landing was actually quite solid, considering the reverse thrust. Perfect. And as you can see, we stopped in a jiffy. We still have a little bit of the runway left. But now, it's gonna get a little bit challenging, right? With bigger planes. EJ145. Let's see. This is probably not going to work out in any way. Alright, welcome aboard the EJ145. This is a pretty small airliner. Let's see if it's already too big for this 450 meter long runway. Probably is, but whatever. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, we slightly overshot there, but this was actually pretty good. Alright, you know, we definitely did not hit centerline this time around, but this was quite a successful landing, right? Not too bad. And we only overshot slightly, and with a little bit of reverse thrust magic, we're back on the runway. This was actually not bad. Let's try a 737. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit more interesting in the 737. But let's just do this and see if it works. See, you know, the 737 is quite a tough plane as well, but 450 meter long runway at quite a high elevation, by the way. I haven't talked about that one. Yeah, as you can see, we are in the Alps. We are at 2,500 feet, which means that an aircraft has less performance, which basically also means that it needs a longer runway for operation, which doesn't make the whole situation better, does it? So let's see, this can be interesting as well. Oh god. Stop! God damn it. That was not even close to stopping. As you can see, I applied reverse thrust in mid-air, which made this landing more of a crash landing. But that should have helped with stopping a little bit, but that doesn't work. Alright. Now, what can we say about Bad Regas Airport? This Antonov can definitely not fly here. It doesn't even fit on the runway, like, at all. I mean, like, just expand your runway. It isn't that hard, actually. That is what I would recommend to Bad Regas Airport. Like, even for the small propeller planes, this can be an issue. Like, overrunning into grass is really not that fun, and as you can see right here, there's a lot of space here for runway extension, which probably would be a very good idea to expand the runway, but yeah, that's not my problem. So, yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video, and right now we're killing the Antonov. And I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.